Hey there. With this Everybody's Lying About Islam series, I've been promising to tell the truth about Islam. But so far, I've participated in one of the greatest myths about the subject. I've been talking about Saudi Arabia, a single country with a uniquely brutal form of Islam. I've been talking about Arabs, and I've been talking about the Middle East. This region, these problems, and this brutal Saudi form of religion are what most Americans see when they think about Islam. This image is a myth. In fact, the 6 countries with the largest Muslim populations are all non-Arab. The 4 largest Muslim populations are not even in the Middle East. There are 2 reasons why the Middle East gets the lion's share of the attention. First, the region makes for exciting news. For decades, the Middle East has been a disaster, so those few countries and the kinds of Islam practiced there are what the world hears about. Nobody reads about the peaceful and progressively more prosperous lives of the people of Indonesia, the world's largest Muslim-majority country. The second reason is Saudi Arabia. The country has money, and it's had it for years. Oil wealth skyrocketed some Saudi Arabians to a first world level of affluence. Saudi Arabians were traveling the world and making an impression long before the Turks or the Indonesians could. This has had an effect on popular culture in the West. More importantly, this money has allowed them to push their version of Islam worldwide. The brutal Saudi version of the religion that just 29 million people live under is the most public face of Islam. The Saudis fund multiple international organizations that portray their sect as the only true way to practice Islam. They've had a lot of success making non-Muslims from rich countries think that Saudi Islam is the only version available. More tragically, they've had some limited success in forcing Muslims from weaker countries like Afghanistan and Nigeria to adopt their practices. This has given rise to more telegenic terrorist organizations like the Taliban and Boko Haram, which in turn leads to more negativity about Islam in the US and European press. This is not the story of Islam. Most of the world's 1.6 billion Muslims have had a pretty good couple decades. They are getting richer and better educated, and they are finding interesting ways to make Islam and modernity work. I've done videos about success stories like Indonesia and Tunisia in the past. You can find those videos here. As this series continues, I'd like to do more happy stories, but we've got to deal with Saudi Arabia first. If you'd like to cut straight to the positivity, I'd suggest you pick up my new essay, Everybody's Lying About Islam, available now on the Amazon Kindle. In it, I point out why Islam is nothing to be afraid of. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and you can get the essay here.